Stadium. Week 7 is underway in EA Sports College Football, and we are ready for a terrific game. It's the Jacksonville State Gamecocks and the Delaware Blue Hens. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Checking in with the Gamecocks head coach before the game, this running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Gamecocks will kick off first, and here we go. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Delaware's offense will have the football first. And here comes the guy that will be running the show. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against, candidly, an overmatched opponent. But, hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup. But this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistent than they have. They haven't tackled well this season. They're going to have to play their best game against a great opponent. But we've seen upsets happen. They got to get some adrenaline, some emotion.
Snags it, and there's running room. The 30, the 20, and the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware.
That is how you make a quarterback look good. Throw it short, run it a long way. He gets all the yardage for that play. Start the football game, finding your playmaker, and your playmaker does the rest, takes it to the house, and gets this offense started out on fire.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Gamecocks offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here comes Austin Simmons. His productivity through the first half of the season has him squarely in the Heisman Trophy race. Here's Brown to begin the drive.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They give it to him again. Oh, he's got some space. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Gamecocks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Simmons on play action. Complete to Williams over the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Driving forward, it's Brown. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Here's Simmons to throw. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Second and goal for this offense. They'll run with Brown. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Slings it downfield. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Caught by Williams on the right.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
The Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. Hand off for Brown. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. They'll stop play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. That is the junior tight end who they are taking a look at, and we'll have Holly Rowe check on his situation. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He'll bring it out. It's Jefferson. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Tight end now in motion. Sells the run, wants to pass. Left side, it's Bowman. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Right side, it's Thomas. At the 35, he's open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play, and that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. After the holding penalty, 1st and 20 for this offense. Straight ahead, it's Miles. They were all over it.
Second down coming up.
Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Back to throw, it's O'Neal. Looking to the big tight end. Out wide right, it's Bowman. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Pulls it, looking for a crease. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
They go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity.
Makes the grab. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. And the Blue Hens, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. He'll pull it on the read. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
He'll keep it again on the option. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollard.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They'll start on the ground with Brown. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They give it back to him. There he goes. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. Once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. They go play action with Simmons. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Brown running left. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Right side, it's Brown. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. A give to Brown. Stopped right there.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Again, it's Brown. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. Here's Brown. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And that's the way you punctuate the long drive. Nice job being physical, getting that ground game going, and Jesse finishing with the ground game.
Yeah, really, I think that drive is really a microcosm of what they've been doing all game, right? Imposing their will by running the football. The defense knew it was coming, and they still couldn't stop him.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Taking the field now, the Blue Hens offense, and they'll start this drive. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Had to throw it before he wanted. Gets rid of it.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals. You can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
3rd and long right here. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It's complete on the right side. He's stopped.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. On the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Throwing Simmons. Back's got it on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Spits it out to the back. Finds his man. It's Brown. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Running inside, it's Brown. He's past the marker. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with a look at LSU taking on the number 22 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Tigers who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today. And it moves their mark to 6-1 as they continue to play awfully well here in the season's first half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game inside Delaware Stadium. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this third quarter.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. We're just about ready to start the second half.
Set to advance on the football.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Coming out of the locker room, the Gamecocks head coach told me he is thrilled with how this running back is performing to start the game. Late in the season, he is starting to build some momentum as we talk about the Heisman Trophy candidates, but he is doing it with his performance on the field, remaining consistent and dynamic. I'll keep you posted how he continues to strive here in the second half. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Brown again. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Give him 109 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. Simmons. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Second and long here. The give to Brown. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Simmons from the gun on third down. Got his man in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Gamecocks look to keep this drive humming. The run inside. It's Brown. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Here's Simmons to throw. Look out! Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick with the physical ground game late in the game. That's how you finish opponents off.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They'll give it to Brown. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
Out wide left, it's Brown. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. No mid-season concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great, but I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Drops back, it's O'Neal. Snags it over the middle. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. The Blue Hens are in the hurry-up.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet. Yep.
With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Down here on the Gamecock sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Reese?
Holly, thank you. Throwing Simmons. Pumps it downfield. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. This offense has it with really good field position. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Miles. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Turns it upfield. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Sets his feet. It's O'Neal. Got it. They will score. Touchdown, Blue Hens. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Caught. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. One more time, it's Brown. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Just a short pass to the tight end. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Gamecocks are marching down the field. Quick give, it's Brown. Turning it on! The offense pops it up and they were on the move. Defense falls. Going to be a turnover. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points, and now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
On the option. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a 4th and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to salt this thing away with a touchdown. They'll run with Brown. Big on big, man on man, and the defense wins on 4th down.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
He's got it. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
They'll put it in play from their own 12-yard line, 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Cook. Taken down. And the Blue Hens racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo.
Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Makes a connection. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Blue Hens have it with a 1st and 10.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. To the air, it's O'Neal. Looking for a big play. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch? And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The defense working to manage that clock. They use the timeout, 1:55 remaining. And the Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Simmons. Williams open on the right side. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
On third down, here's Brown. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. First down, right back to Brown. He works his way past the first down marker, and that will put this one away. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on first and goal. Here's Brown. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
7 is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season. And